All right, what up, Knights of Apollo? How's it going? Hope you're doing well, and we are back playing Total War Attila. Today, we've got a historically inspired scenario, a battle, a siege battle at Hadrian's Wall. So, of course, on defense, we have 3 Western Roman Empire armies, all bringing solid infantry, 1 army bringing a scorpion, so it's going to be a lot of fun to see them in action. On the attack, we've got the barbarians. We've got 2 armies of Picts and 2 armies from the Caledonians. So the rules for this battle, very simple. For the attackers, 2 skirmishers per player, no chevrons. For the defenders, the Romans, 2 skirmishers per player and chevrons allowed. Now for the rules for the scenario, 1 defender must hold the town. Town defender is allowed to bring 1 scorpion and can't retreat to final stand. So essentially they have to stay outside and fight the barbarians, just out in the open fighting for this small little town. And for the final rule, 1 attacker will attack the rear with ladders and rams as a scout ambush army that crossed the wall earlier. This battle scenario was orchestrated by Tharshey. Big shout out to him, and also he's a YouTuber, so please check out his channel, link down in the video description. So those are the rules, pretty simple. You saw the army comps, guys. We're ready to jump in on this fun battle. Of course, before we do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're getting so close to 1 million. I can't believe it. I think we're actually gonna do it. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for considering subscribing, and let's jump into the siege of Hadrian's Wall. So what I really like about this battle is that the deployment zones create for some interesting gameplay. So for example, the Romans were able to deploy outside the wall and go into this small city, which they're going to try to hold down and defend. It's going to be pretty tough. But at the same time, it's narrow roads that the Romans can use. Now, the Romans can also fall back and use this hill, which would give them a vantage point. But also, they've got crossbows up on the walls. And let's not forget wall artillery as well, which can absolutely be devastating. Now, let's not forget about the scout army. So the 1 scout army that snuck past the walls, they've built ladders, they're ready to go. This is the Caledonians, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's the Caledonians. So that's going to be interesting to see how they use them. Now, they have already, this is actually pretty clever, they've used their artillery, dismounted the cav, and have rushed the walls to take care of the siege equipment. So tragic that they didn't defend that with a unit of, even just 1 unit of spears would have been pretty beneficial, but they're going to let the artillery fall. Same thing over here. You got the cav going up, sneaking around. I like that, being stealth-like with the horses. How did they get horses over the walls? I don't know. Maybe they were able to open a small gate or something. They've also taken the tower as well. And yeah, sure enough, the Romans have fallen back to the safety of this hill slash wall. And even though they've kind of left this infantry high and dry over here, they can get some nice flanking shots on the barbarians as they push around and try to engage this infantry. But we got horse whisperers. Holy moly, horse whisperers? That's pretty cool. Very heavy spear infantry going in. And look at this, they're burning down this village. Look, Rome, if you wanted to defend the village, why did you build the wall behind it? Why didn't you build the wall around the village, not outside the village? So I would have just let this village burn. But there's Romans inside, and you must defend them. Here comes another attack on the other side. We got black blades. So this is the Picts. So they got the black blades. Look at the Romans here. Just imagine how hot that fire would be. And these guys, they're in the fire. And they're just unfazed. They're like, huh? There's a fire? Huh? What? Oh, it's a little hot. But yeah, they've yet to engage here. My goodness, this town has gone ablaze in seconds. Now we've got some Roman cav. Check this out. Roman cav over on this flank. We've got some medium shock cav and some light shock cav. So they're going to be able to run in, get some good charges in if they can do it efficiently. They should try to get the archers. I think if they take out the attacking archers, they're going to be looking pretty good. Here comes a big clash of infantry over on this side. My goodness, look how cool this is. Hadrian's Wall under siege. I love the infantry setup here. This looks great. So a nice little fight here unraveling. You got the wall arrow towers supporting. So this is why it's so smart to hold outside the walls like this. Also, we got some cool cliffs over here, which provides a safe little spot for these crossbows. They are getting shot. They're getting focused down by the barbarian infantry. Yeah, you can see they're going for these crossbows. Actually, it looks like they're going for the scorpion. We do have a scorpion position over here as well. Yet to get any kills. But if they do get in a decent spot, and they could probably get some good hits. I mean, the vantage point is very nice. There they go. Look at them. They're turning it around. Oh, they just... It's like they got restless legs or something. They just can't sit still and find a spot. There we go. Now they're pushing them forward. More infantry coming in from the Roman side, making sure they secure this front line. They got a scorpion to protect. You don't want to lose the scorpion without getting any kills. It's a nice little front there. Let's go ahead. Where's my mini-map? Go ahead and turn on that mini-map. Let's see if this ambush army has not started their attack yet. They have their cav running around, burning down buildings and everything like that, which have already done 30... Wow. So maybe that's a bit of an excuse to defend this village is you got to make sure... Well, it's already destroyed even with them defending it, but they've lost almost 40% settlement damage. Okay, they didn't lose it. I guess they gained that, right? 41%. So now their morale is going down. This is going to be tough. They're not only outnumbered, but the morale is plummeting because of the settlement damage. It's going to be a tough battle here for the Romans. We'll see if they can pull this off. Over here, it looks like they're losing this town quick. I mean, they've got a decent defense over here, but this just looks like disaster. It looks like they are just... They're crumbling as fast as these buildings that surround them. And it's almost at a point where it's like, guys, what are we even defending at this point? You know what I mean? Like, there's just rubble everywhere. We might as well retreat and rejoin the main forces here. But they're going to stay in here. We got some Pictish berserkers. They are light axe infantry. Excellent armor-piercing damage. So a nice little stand there. I respect the Romans for trying to defend their people, trying to defend their village there. Now we've got the fight continuing over here. I guess I say their people with, you know, I mean, they're not in Rome, right? But, you know, maybe Romans have moved in. Maybe it's some Picts that have joined the Roman cause. I don't know. But it's their village. They're trying to defend it. The crossbows... 38 kills, not really landing a lot of hits here. The Scorpion is now in position. And what does this guy do? This guy's, hey, man. I think you like this Scorpion a little too much, if you know what I mean. No, I don't know what he's doing here. He's nervous. It's his thing. You know, it's his tick. This guy, he just moves a little bit. I don't know. But the Scorpion has yet to fire. It's yet to actually land any hits here. So, I don't know. We got to see that thing in action because this is it. Like I said, this is an uphill battle. Uphill battle. Look at all the colors here of these armies, these troops. But they are making some good ground here. They're holding well. They are definitely utilizing the walls to the best of their ability. It's looking pretty good, but we do have another army closing in on the other side. We got a small force, a V shape, defending the gates of Hadrian's Wall. This is like the main settlement of Hadrian's Wall. We've got 2 units here of medium, or actually heavy melee infantry. Oh, look at that. Oh. There we go. Full-on attack. Now, let's not forget. Let's see. Who is this? This is the Picts. They do have siege towers. So they are going to push forward and start attacking the walls here. This is more Picts. And then the ambush force have begun their attack as well. And this would be a dark day. If you're Roman and you're looking out from the walls, you see thousands of troops fighting outside. You see this new ambush army coming from the woodwork, surprising the Romans. You got to be feeling pretty crappy right now. The ballistas up on the walls here have yet to open fire. I think they're waiting for the enemy to get close, but they do have the advantage of the walls protecting them from enemy bow fire. Got lots of infantry waiting reserve here. We've got some horses. I think they're... What are they doing? Just getting absolutely destroyed by the oil. This was a mistake. Can't they use torches? Couldn't they have thrown torches and burned down the gate? They've almost got it destroyed, though. They are not... I think they're such a small unit now that they're dodging the oil because there's so few of them. So the only way they're going to break is if this arrow tower lands some good hits. I think they're going to get it. Oh, no. The gate opens, too. I wonder if they're going to sally out. No? Oh, I guess because they're breaking the gates, it's like, it's safe now, they're breaking, and they open the gate. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Nice little stand here by the Romans. Fantastic stand. All the archer fire coming in, all the arrow tower fire coming in. A great stand by this infantry. Look how cool this is. Hadrian's Wall. Now we've got towers coming forward. They finally have made it to the walls, and this was where things will start to get really interesting. The Romans, looks like they're going to let them take this corner. The Romans are being selective with their defense. They're going to obviously only defend the areas where the enemy can run down and attack the streets, right? So they're going to defend the stairways. Here comes more and more. They're setting in some cheaper troops. So I don't really expect the Picts here to make much ground until they actually get their elite tier units attacking the walls. Look at these guys. Look at them. They're just like, I'm just running by. Oh, man, this guy got hit by the fire arrows. This guy is deep in enemy territory. He's like, he knew. He knew this is where he messed up. This is where he messed up. At this point, they're like, dude, just give up. Just throw your spear down. Save your own life. Oh, there he goes. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. So, yeah, tons and tons of infantry coming up this way. The Romans sending in reinforcements. Elite Palatina to get over there and support them. The ladders are now pushing forward. So he has to retreat his crossbows, which got almost 100 kills. In a short amount of time. And here comes the ambush force. They want control of Britain. There they go. They're charging up the ladders. Celtic axe warriors trying to tame this Roman defense. But this, even with all these ladders, it is going to be a tough battle. Love it. I love how they're just whoop, whoop, Mario jumping onto the walls. Here comes another ladder. This one already in place. Troops charging up. What do we got here? The followers. No, this is Caledonian axemen. They're going to try to carve their way through this Roman defense, but that is easier said than done. No, seriously, I'm sure it's pretty difficult. What happened with the Scorpion? What? The Scorpion? Yeah. I went to go check on the Scorpion, and I see that they're getting pulverized. What happened? What happened? They got 46 kills with the Scorpion. Not worth it. Rome has made a plunder. Now they're kind of boxing off their troops. They know that they are most likely going to die here, but they are certainly trying to use the walls as much as possible. As much as possible. Here comes the next wave of barbarians. They're like, how dare you defeat our first wave? Here comes another. You think you can hold off against another wave? Oh, look at the arrows coming in. That was sick. Just seeing them fly over the walls like that. Let's I kind of want to wait and see if we can get another one of those. Oh, there's a couple coming in. There we go. Pretty cool. So Hadrian's Wall looking pretty cool, guys. All right, now back this way. This is the main wall that's getting attacked here, this long stretch of wall here. And it is getting absolutely crazy here, guys. It looks so chaotic. There's tons of infantry coming in. Rome is in big trouble. They really got to turn this one around. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to start inflicting mass casualties. They need to get the crossbows in good positions. You can see they've got some crossbows over here. Are they opening fire? What are they doing? They have 281 kills. Wow. 281 kills. That is impressive. But this is where the crossbows, they can't, this is what they're looking, this is how, okay, let me get to the point. They can inflict casualties here with the help of these crossbows. This is just a big kill zone, potentially for the Romans. If they can contain the barbarians, if they can contain these guys to where they can't get off the walls, right? They're stuck on here fighting. This is where the crossbows can go in and just get buku kills. All right, buku kills. So we'll see. We got more and more crossbows in position. They're at the right spot. These guys kind of firing overhead. Look at that, almost blotting out the sun and just smacking them with crossbow darts. And yeah, this might, oh, here comes another, oh, look at that. Yes. Beautiful. So they are crushing this reinforcement force, but look how many troops are left. I don't know why I sounded like Dracula there, like Count Dracula there. Look how many's left. 1, 2. Yeah, so no, they got a lot. They got a lot. They just destroyed the Roman force here. Yeah, no surprise. They were hanging on by a thread. Fresh troops were charging into this fray, and it just overwhelmed the Roman defenders. So they have gone silent. The defenders outside the settlement have gone silent. And now it's all up to the Romans inside the settlement. They're going to be strong enough to take this. There's 2 gates right here. I mean, potentially opening those could be huge. They do have a unit looking like they want to push up this ram. Yep, it looks like they are. So maybe not. Oh, there they go. Okay. So they're going to try to open up a breach point in the walls. We'll see if they're able to do it. The Romans are experiencing quite the force at this corner section of the settlement of Hadrian's Wall. So, like I said, they're doing it right. The Romans are doing it right. They're holding the strategic points to where they can contain the barbarians. They can contain them into one area where the crossbows continue to get some good kills. You even see some crossbows here that have no more ammo. 282 kills. This one is now at 352 kills. Oh, baby. And look at the archer fire. They're trying to silence the crossbows. That'd be terrifying. I'd be kind of like trying to dodge out of the way if I was these guys. But more crossbows. 245 kills with half ammo. There we go. Now they're starting to kind of move there. I think they kind of walked back into it. Yeah. These archers, they're doing everything they can. Right over the walls, they're firing over. This is the elite Highland archers. desperately trying to help their infantry. We got some women in here. Look at these. These are women, right? It's like these are either women or men with really nice hair. Ah. That was her. She was like, ah. Anyways, yeah, they got some chicks in here. They got some female archers, which is, you know, out of desperation, it's not impossible, right? And, ooh, they're starting to lose control of this wall. The Romans having to send in some reinforcements to try to make sure that the Picts and the Caledonians do not get past this little stairway, because if they start bleeding inside the city, there's nothing to defend their crossbows. There's nothing to defend them, so it's all going to be a meat grinder here on out, guys, as we get to the final moments of this siege. We're almost at 5 minutes left. That's kind of surprising considering how much infantry is left in this fight, but they are dropping quick. On both sides, really, the rate of skirmish fire has been devastating, mostly for the barbarians. This obviously plays to the strength of the Romans. But they continue to hold like absolute studs on these walls. They are not willing to give up. What's this? What's this? Oh, I got a little tongue-tied there. We got some cav that was able to sneak in, but unfortunately instantly breaks. This is the Mormar cav, if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, they're stuck. They're like, I don't want to be here. How do we get out of here? I don't know. Just run around in circles. Like, okay. But yeah, they are starting to make a little bit of a dent into the gate here. Not a huge one. But yeah, I think they're going to break this ambush force. The best thing the ambush force can do here is just keep these archers alive and get some kills here. But I don't know. Let's see. What do we got here? This is the Picts. Let's see what okay, they're going through the gate. They're going through the gate. Are the Romans ready for this? Are they ready? Let's go ahead and act like we're one of the men. We're like, charge. So they've actually taken control of the gate. Oh, no. There is no Romans waiting for them here. The Romans are desperately sending in reinforcements. But these guys are... Oh, wait, there's a unit over here. They're going to charge into them right there. That was kind of cool, that POV, that perspective from the incoming infantry. So they've taken control. Well, the Romans did good. It could have been worse, right? They've got a general unit, part of a Palatina guard, fighting his heart out. He's like, no, we cannot lose these walls. We got, oh my gosh, we got Pickish axemen and black blades. They're definitely doing a number against these Romans in the streets. Did they lose control? Yes, they've lost control. They have lost control of this stairway, so barbarians could go down the stairs and actually... Okay, good. I was worried. I thought there was a Roman unit here. I was going to say they could get behind them. Oh, this is coming down to the wire, guys. Coming down to the wire. The Romans, like I said, they've mostly dealt with this ambush force. They still have a couple infantry left. Just kind of looking around. Yeah, they're still holding... Doing the best they can. We've got some Pickish axemen going down the stairs, going to reinforce their brothers in arms. But this looks like the biggest concern for Rome right here. They are struggling against this huge force. Absolute massive force. Check this out too. Wow, wow. This looks cool. Ooh. Wow. Let me get some angles here. Let me enjoy the scenery of this fight. Hadrian's wall. But I don't know if they're going to be able to maintain this defense. Looks like they're breaking up here too. This could be disaster. I don't know. Rome is... Ooh. I think, yeah, Rome's cooked. I think Hadrian's wall falls today. They are losing a lot of troops. A lot of them are breaking. Maybe they can pull something off here, but it's not looking like it. They would need some sort of ridiculous chain route. This is cool, though. I just wish Attila ran a little bit better, you know? But it's been fun, you know, having Attila battles. So I haven't really covered Attila outside of mods. I haven't really covered Attila, so... And oh, man, you cowards! You cowards! The Roman army is shattering as they are... The heck, these walls just crumbled. Yeah, they're running out of men. And it looks like their time is up. Unless... I don't know, some miracle happens, like a meteorite just comes in and kills all the enemies, which I've never seen that ever happening in Total War, so you can't really count on that. But yeah, you know, they had a moment there. I think Rome made some mistakes. Honestly, I didn't see them use their cav that well. I don't know. Maybe they did. I just missed it. The scorpion management was bad. They weren't really able to use their scorpion. I like the idea of holding outside the walls of the settlement to use the archers on the walls to support you and the arrow towers. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, they're outnumbered. It's a tough fight. But yeah, it's been overrun. The Picts and Caledonians will be feasting in victory and remembering the victorious dead as they claim the main settlement of Hadrian's Wall. And they can continue to push and try to push back the Roman influence in their lovely little island. Good weather, though. Good weather for Hadrian's Wall, that's for sure. There you have it, guys. The crossbows are cooked. They're done for, but they got 327 of the jerks. There you have it. So we're at the last couple seconds of Hadrian's Wall. So this was fun, guys. I always enjoy these historically inspired battles. I always want to do more of them. Tharshey always giving in great replays. So a Pyrrhic victory. I wouldn't quite call it a Pyrrhic victory in terms of Total War standard. This was a pretty clear victory. It wasn't like a domination of any sorts, but it was, I mean, there was some bloody moments, that's for sure. So great battle. Love to see Hadrian's Wall. You know, I made a video 8 years ago with this modded map. I didn't even remember. Actually, the only reason I knew that is because if you go to the mod link, they link one of my videos covering the map. And I was like, whoa, this was 8 years ago. My goodness. But yeah, Tharshey and his barbarian team having more troops definitely helped out there. But the Romans, they fought hard. They fought hard. So I'll just quickly show the stats here of all the armies so you can see what they're bringing. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So I will be trying to get more battles out in the future. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. And we're almost at 980K. 980K. Soon we'll be 20,000 subscribers away. That's nothing. That will take a few months. So I appreciate all the new subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed this battle. And guys, I'll see you next time on the battlefield.